Question. If you eat 12 donuts in a forest and no one's around to hear about it, do they add up to a dozen? Let's say you stop for a cup of coffee in the morning, you grab some lunch, you download a ringtone, and maybe run a movie later. That all adds up. It's $5 here, $12 there, another couple of bucks, and it adds up. But then I heard Gary Goldman say this once in one of his stand-up shows, and while it's funny, it's kind of wise at the same time. He says it like this: it only adds up if you add it up. It only adds up if you add it up. I mean, that's funny, but I had to press pause and think about that. If we do add up the morning coffee, the lunch, the ringtone, and the movie, we're coming in at around $20, and we probably don't rent movies every day or download a ringtone or even buy lunch, so at the end of the week, maybe we're looking at $65. I mean, we got to have our coffee. That's $3,380 a year. It's $9.26 a day, and 66 cents an hour if we're awake for 16 hours a day. See, but that's just adding up numbers in a vacuum without taking into account life's little appreciations, pleasures, and personal enjoyment. The things that make life smoother. I mean, what's $4 for a movie when it has given us not just 2 hours of entertainment, but happiness and pleasure, enjoyment, decompression, and if we're watching it with others, a shared social experience. And who knows, I mean, we'll probably be quoting that movie for many years to come. See, you really can't quantify the overall value of an experience, and if we try, we do the whole thing an injustice. If the coffee makes our 30-minute commute less stressful, then it's very well worth it. Stress is a killer. You can't put a number on that. Besides, just thinking about it and adding it up is stressful in and of itself. As British philosopher Kit Fine says, he says, numbers are not physical objects. No one has ever bumped into the number 2 or tripped over the number 3. They're not mental objects either. The thought of the number 3 isn't the number 3, and nor do numbers exist in space and time. So, okay, right. So if a tree falls in a forest, right, and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? Well, scientifically, yes, but philosophically, well, that's another discussion. But with that said, do donuts eaten add up if we don't add them up? Well, yeah, but see, we don't need to add them up. That's the point. 2 on Sunday morning every now and then, we don't need a calculator or a fitness tracker or a food scale. See, for the most part, being conscious, aware, responsible, and informed is good enough, because we know. Unless we're in denial, we know where we stand. There's a difference between a little and a lot, and we know we've gone too far when it's too much. Too much is too much. We know what too much is, we can feel it. And then there's not enough, We know we haven't done enough when the results are less than stellar. When it's important, yeah, we need numbers to measure space and time, to count, to score, to monetize, compare, and quantify. It's comforting, even when the information is uncomfortable, to know where we stand. When it needs adding up, yeah, we should add it up. Rent doesn't pay for itself. But for the most part, it's about happiness. There's no tracker or scale for happiness, which is surprising, yet, and there shouldn't be. But with happiness, there's nothing more important for our well-being or quality of life or longevity. So eat the donut, but do it without guilt. Guilt kills. Rent the movie, get the coffee, enjoy life's pleasures, be happy, and stop quantifying and keeping score of every damn thing. Cheers.